I have a lot of news to go over in today's video, so you want to be sure to stay until the end to receive the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family, because on this channel, I always do my very best in providing you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information.
The deal, what I think all of us recognize, is an existential threat, not only to our state and our country, but to the entire planet.
So many of you have been asking me in the comments, what is the new stimulus timeline? And I'll be answering this question, folks. Just note that the CARES Act included a provision for a round of stimulus payments. Eligible tax-paying adults received a check of up to $1,200, while eligible dependents under 16 years of age received $500 each, and a maximum of 3 dependents could be claimed for. The payments were made to everyone making under the income limits.
I've heard some of my Republican colleagues talk about how the COLAs, cost of living adjustments, are just too generous. Well, this year they're zero. I'm not quite sure how zero is too generous. And the reason that we have inadequate COLAs is that seniors' purchasing needs are very different than 18-year-olds or 20-year-olds.
Which are set to adjusted gross incomes of $75,000, with the stimulus check value reducing in a tap-it-up fashion to a maximum of $99,000. Now, the very first stimulus checks were paid into people's bank accounts over the weekend of the 11th and 12th of April, either via direct deposit into your individual bank account or paper check in some cases. Folks, did you receive your entire first stimulus check from the first round of stimulus payments? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. Now, the second round of stimulus is a $900 billion package, which was part of the Response and Relief Supplemental Appropriations Act of 2021. It provided a one-off check of up to $600. But this time, households were also able to claim an additional $600 for child dependents age 16 or under, and those who earned under $75,000 in the 2019 tax year received a full stimulus check.
These American service members who gave their lives, it's an overused word, but it's totally appropriate here, were heroes. Heroes who've been engaged in a dangerous, selfless mission to save the lives of others. They're a part of an airlift, an evacuation effort unlike any seen in history.
While a steadily smaller figure was given to those on a higher annual income, up to a maximum phase-out limit of $87,000. The payments were issued between December 29th and January of 2021. Now everybody, barely a week after the second round of stimulus payments were completed, President Biden entered into office and unveiled his American Rescue Plan, which proposed a third round of payments to Americans. By the way, folks, do you agree with how President Biden is handling the crisis, and do you believe that he should send out the fourth stimulus check? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
Really, the vision of the president, he had said, I want to do what I can in a bipartisan way on infrastructure, but it is not the totality of my vision. My vision is to build back better, not only with physical infrastructure, but with the personal infrastructure. I'm paraphrasing now, that wasn't a direct quote.
Now, the first stimulus payments were issued swiftly, just hours after Biden has signed the bill. Some received their payments on the weekend of March 13th, and some people have still been receiving stimulus checks on a weekly basis. So if there is a fourth stimulus check to be approved, experts believe that the amount should be similar to the previous payments of around $1,200 to $2,000. What do you think about this, everybody? Do you believe that Congress will approve a $2,000 stimulus payment? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. Now, progressive Democratic lawmakers, folks, on July 30th, just last month, proposed legislation that would hand over recurring stimulus checks or guaranteed income, with monthly payments of up to $1,200 for adults and $600 for dependents. Now, it is called a Support Act, everybody, and this legislation is designed to build a 21st century economy that is reflective of Americans' everyday needs. And there was no timeline given on if and when legislation would be considered or how long it would be made permanent for us to receive these $2,000 stimulus checks. Also, several Democrats have written letters to Biden asking for more stimulus payments. Some of those letters reportedly advocated for multiple round stimulus checks until the economy fully rebounds. Democratic senators like Ron Wyden, Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, and Bernie Sanders Both wrote a letter to President Biden requesting recurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance extensions. So, Bernie Sanders, folks, does want to send out more stimulus relief, and we're just waiting for President Biden to give us the approval. In addition, folks, as the senators raising their letter, they wrote that this crisis is far from over, and families deserve certainty that they can put food on the table and keep a roof over their heads. They also said that families should not be at the mercy of legislation. So, in an earlier letter to President Biden and Kamala Harris, Ilhan Omar also carved out a similar proposition, asking for more stimulus payments. Everybody, will our Democratic leaders in Congress get the job done and send out more stimulus relief? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Now, additional co-signers of the stimulus bills include Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Rashida Tlaib, who are both notable household progressives. In the letter, didn't place a number on the requested stimulus payments. Now, state governments are also looking to do the same in helping out their residents. They do want to send out their own stimulus checks and help out the American people. By the way, folks, has your state sent out their own stimulus check yet? Tell me in the comments below. As always, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
And so in our legislation, we deal with the climate crisis in a more important way. We will deal with the Building Back Better for women, when they were talking about child care and child tax credit, universal pre-K, home health care, and workforce development. These are not just about women, but women will predominantly benefit because women predominantly bear the responsibility for many of those important priorities in our society. So I'm really very, very excited. I always had confidence. I never doubted that the president's budget would prevail because of the commitment that our caucus has to America's working families. That is what unifies us, whatever our differences at the end of the day. Our commitment to America's working families is the unifier. So people say to us, well, you keep them together. No, our values keep the House Democrats together. So I'm excited, very much excited about that. I talked about how proud I was of my caucus and their commitment to America's working families. And I just want to talk about where we go next. We now are we have been for a while, but now coming to closure on some of the particulars within the bill. The President and the Senate sent us a legislation about a budget resolution of $3.5 trillion. Within it are some of the things I talked about before that relate to workforce development, building back better with women.